Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today we have an absolute mad lad, an absolute madman in the US Senate, Senator Mike Lee. This guy is a meme master of the highest level, shitposting on a congressional level, except it's the Senate. And he's going over the Green New Deal and basically treating it with the seriousness it deserves.
I rise today to consider the Green New Deal with the seriousness it deserves. This is, of course, a picture of former President Ronald Reagan naturally firing a machine gun while riding on the back of a dinosaur. You'll notice a couple of important features here. First of all, the rocket launcher strapped to President Reagan's back.
This town deserves a better class of politician, and I'm going to give it to him.
And then the stirring, unmistakable patriotism of the Velociraptor holding up a tattered American flag.
I love how hard the lady there is trying to hold a straight face. You could already tell that she almost burst out laughing.
Now, critics might quibble with this depiction of the climactic battle of the Cold War, because while awesome, in real life there was no climactic battle. There was no battle with or without velociraptors. The Cold War, as we all know, was won without firing a shot. Because this image has as much to do with overcoming communism in the 20th century as the Green New Deal has to do with overcoming climate change in the 21st. There isn't a single serious idea here, not one. They've been called extreme, but mostly they're ridiculous.
This guy is going in for the kill.
Goal number one, the Green New Deal calls essentially for the elimination of airplanes. In a future without air travel, how are we supposed to get around the vast expanses of, say, Alaska during the winter? Well, I'll tell you how. Tauntauns, Mr. President. This is a beloved species of reptomammals, native to the ice planet of Hoth.
Man, this guy is shitposting so hard he actually gets into the fictional universe. Reality and memes have collided. It's all coming together. I can see it clearly now. The Green New Deal is absolutely insane. Let's just take a quick overview of things that are actually in the Green New Deal. Here you have the 10 most insane requirements of the Green New Deal. Eliminate nuclear energy. And this is one that really bothers me because nuclear energy is currently the best source of energy we have. The Green New Deal also calls for eliminating all nuclear power, one of the only productive and somewhat affordable clean energy solutions available to us in 11 years. This would purge around 20% of American energy generation, so you can rely on intermittent wind for your energy needs. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. Nuclear energy is, quite honestly, it's the best energy we have. Nuclear energy could make great strides in the future. Currently, it does produce some byproduct, but it's relatively, it's a lot better than burning fossil fuels. Eliminate 99% of cars. To be fair, under the Green New Deal, everyone will need to retrofit their cars with Flintstone-style footholes or pedals for cycling. Gut and rebrand every building in America. Markey and Cortez want to retrofit every building in America with state-of-the-art energy efficiency. I repeat, every building in America. Yeah, and this is coming from the same government that can't even keep the roads in good measure. American infrastructure is crumbling. This is well known. It's not in the best repair, and a lot of the tax money apparently doesn't go to the roads and the buildings and the public spaces. It goes to the politicians. Hell, it wasn't so long ago that I saw them build this expensive statue. Like, the statue's literally a monument on a pile of grass in the middle of roads that are really messed up. That's the kind of bureaucracy we gotta deal with in America. I just don't see them retrofitting every single building. Free education for life, diet changes, a house, free money, bonus insanity, banning meat, etc., etc. As you can plainly see, the Green New Deal is insane.
In a future without air travel, how are we supposed to get around the vast expanses of, say, Alaska during the winter? Well, I'll tell you how. Tauntauns, Mr. President. This is a beloved species of reptomammals, native to the ice planet of Hoth.
Oh, I love this guy.
Now, while perhaps not as efficient in some ways as airplanes or as snowmobiles, these hairy bipedal species of space lizards offer their own unique benefits. Not only are tauntauns carbon neutral, but according to a report a long time ago and issued far, far away,
Madman actually said it.
they may even be fully recyclable and usable for their warmth, especially on a cold night. What about Hawaii? Isolated 2,000 miles out into the Pacific Ocean. How are people there supposed to get to and from the mainland? At that distance, swimming would, of course, be out of the question, and jet skis are notorious gas guzzlers. No, all residents of Hawaii would be left with is this. This is a picture of Aquaman, a superhero from the undersea kingdom of Atlantis.
I don't know about you folks, but this is officially when I lost my shit. Aquaman in the Senate. I think we've accelerated past Clown World all the way into an alternate reality. I never thought I'd see shit posting of this level, of this degree, of this mastery, of this beautiful artistry in Senate, in our politics, in our political discussion. You know, climate change is always talking about rising sea levels and melting ice caps, and yeah, that's all fair and well, but at this point, climate change has run away. Not to mention, and I've made videos about this before, the vast majority of pollution is not going to come from America. It's going to come from the heavily overpopulated places on Earth. That's China and Africa and India. These three places have exceedingly large populations, and as they develop, they will cause more and more pollution. The people there individually will also cause more pollution. In fact, if you really wanted to stop climate change, you'd have to completely revolutionize energy and honestly go Thanos on half of the world. So I don't buy into the fact that America needs to stop using energy and basically take huge economic and financial losses. Because the main culprits, the worst environmental places on Earth, are India, China, and Africa. They should be the ones to clean up their act. And to be fair, yes, sea levels may rise and that may put certain areas of the Earth underwater. But climate change cannot be stopped. Not at this point. And if we're really lucky, it's possible that global cooling will happen and things will actually balance out. But at this point, climate change is unstoppable, at least according to the science I've read.
A founding member of the Super Friends. I draw your attention, Mr. President, to the 20-foot impressive seahorse he's riding. Under the Green New Deal, this is probably Hawaii's best. Now, I'm the first to admit that a massive fleet of giant, highly trained seahorses would be cool. It would be really, really awesome. Mr. President, we must not allow and cannot tolerate a giant seahorse gap. Goal number 2. The Green New Deal anticipates the elimination of all cows. Talking points released by the sponsors of the resolution the day it was introduced cited the goal of, quote, fully getting rid of, and I'll paraphrase a little bit here, flatulating cows. If they think the cows smell bad, just wait till they get a whiff of the seahorses to illustrate this trend. As you can see, Mr. President, on the left,
This guy was a comedian in another life. I honestly wonder if he's living the life he's supposed to. I don't know. But I certainly am glad that he's here in the Senate, giving us these lulls.
these little cows represent the bovine population of America today. On the right is the future population under the Green New Deal. We would go from about 94 million cows to 0 cows. No more milk, no more cheese, no more steak, no more hamburgers.
And he makes a really good point. How are you an American if you can't even eat burgers? Now, it's true that cows actually produce a lot of methane in their farts, but that also brings up another important point, especially about population. Human beings also produce farts, and we are highly successful at breeding and spreading. The human population is insane. We're in the billions, and each human being produces farts, which contribute to climate change. So, like I said earlier, if you really wanted to save the planet, you could start by doing something about the billions of people in China, Africa, and India. However, they'd call you a madman. If only there was some sort of final solution to this problem.
I visited some farms. Find out for myself what Utah's own bovine community might think of the Green New Deal. Every cow I spoke to said the same thing. Boo.
Oh my God, this guy.
The authors of this proposal will protest that these goals are not actually part of the Green New Deal, but were merely included in supporting documents, accidentally sent out by the office of the lead sponsor in the House of Representatives. But, Mr. President, this only makes my point. The supporters of the Green New Deal want Americans to trust them to reorganize our entire society, our entire economy, to restructure our very way of life, when they couldn't even figure out how to send out the right press release. The Green New Deal is not a serious policy document because it's not a policy document at all.
It's virtue signaling to the left, to the insane progressives, and to the increasingly extreme leftist population.
It's a token of elite tribal identity, and endorsing it a public act of piety for the chic and woke.
Wow, he's actually calling out cultural Marxism. Mike Lee has earned my respect.
When climate change hit home in Utah, when our own state was struck not simply by a tornado, Mr. President, but by a tornado with sharks in it.
Oh my God.
Images are from the indispensable documentary film Sharknado 4. They captured the precise moment when one of the tornado sharks crashed through the window. Climate change is no joke, but the Green New Deal is a joke. It is the legislative equivalent of Austin Powers' Dr. Evil, demanding sharks with frickin' lasers on their heads. The Green New Deal is not the solution to climate change. It's not even part of the solution. In fact, it's part of the problem. The solution to climate change won't be found in political posturing or virtue signaling like this. It won't be found in the federal government at all.
Honestly, this guy is amazing. If he ever runs for office, he has my vote. Absolute meme master and mad lad. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed that little collage there. That guy is amazing. Let me know what you think about the Green New Deal, about climate change, and about the meme master we have in office. If you like the content, you can support the channel on Patreon, Subscribestar, or through PayPal. Thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.